Now, the Libyan government has denied allegations that Colonel Gaddafi's forces have fired cluster bombs at residential areas in Misrata, as the city again came under fire today. Human rights activists say they'd seen the munitions, banned by much of the world, explode over the city last week. A Red Cross team is now in Misrata to help civilians trapped by the fighting, as more foreign workers were taken to safety by ship. From Tripoli, our Foreign Affairs correspondent Jonathan Miller reports.
The foreign migrant workers evacuated to Benghazi were in pretty bad shape. They brought with them tidings of misery from Misrata. They'd survived 6 weeks of siege, 1,200 out so far of nearly 10,000 stranded in the open under bombardment.
Time is running out for a significant proportion of them. There are definitely signs of malnutrition, dehydration, and without access to clean water, good nutrition and shelter, healthcare, some of them will perish.
Residents and rebels report a fresh hail of 100 rockets on Saturday morning in the coastal city, which the leaders of Britain, France and America describe as being under medieval siege. Hundreds of civilians have been reportedly killed in Misrata. An international Red Cross convoy has reached the city from Tripoli this afternoon on an assessment mission. The New York-based group Human Rights Watch claims Libyan government forces have fired Spanish-made cluster munitions into residential areas of Misrata. These weapons scatter multiple high-explosive bomblets and are designed to kill as many people as possible.
I have seen in the town center, the bomb sounds like one big explosion followed by many smaller ones. Our fighters in the front say that these bombs are scattered around the area where they are dropped and they explode a few seconds later.
As an indiscriminate weapon, cluster bombs are banned by more than 100 countries, although not by Libya. The government here branded the reports as surreal and blamed the rebels.
Do you not think that if cluster munitions are being used in Misrata, it is unlikely that the people who are in Misrata are using them on themselves?
I think maybe they have the remains of the cluster bombs from somewhere else, and they brought it there just to cause a problem for the government with the international community, or maybe be used by the rebels themselves. But we are ready. This is the proof in the pudding. Let's have the investigation first. Let's have the material evidence, and then we are ready to face any criticism on that. But I deny any use of the cluster bombs by the Libyan army.
Surgeons at Misrata's main hospital say that 4 out of 5 of those killed or wounded are civilians. The International Committee of the Red Cross has been trying to negotiate access to Misrata by road from here in Tripoli since Monday, but only today did they get an assurance from the government that they could get there safely and unaccompanied. Their priorities are the very young and the very old, and the 8,000 or so migrants still stranded at the port and awaiting evacuation. Another ship is due to set sail from Benghazi on Monday. Jonathan Miller, Channel 4 News, Tripoli.